James McCormick here with Digging History. Heading back home from one of the longest days I've had in a long time. And I was all by myself today. My good buddy Corbett, who bought me a shovel, by the way. He bought me a Root Ripper shovel. And let me tell you something, Corbett. Thank you very much for that shovel, because I used it today and it is the best shovel I've ever used in my life. Honestly, I mean, I'm not lying to you, man. You saved this old guy's back with that shovel. So God bless you. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. I wish you could have made it out today. Didn't find a lot of stuff. So I was in two places today. I was in Buffalo, West Virginia, and searching on a farm. Supposedly there's a Civil War campsite somewhere in and around that area, so we still gotta do some more research because we obviously didn't find it today. And then from there, I was probably in that area for about 3 hours. So walked around, found some really cool napped flint. So American Indians were there, and that was really cool to find that. Got a phone call from my son, Specialist James McCormick III. He is in the Army and serving his country, so with a lot of other people, and so it was really good to hear his voice. So dads always like to hear from their kids. So that was good. So that made today a blessing. Got another phone call from a good friend of mine, Richard Ojeda, and him and I are going to be working together on this really amazing project, helping veterans, which is what we do with Digging History. So we're going to be working with veterans, helping out with their health care and post-traumatic stress. So hang with me, folks. We're going to make a turn here. My hands-free device is unfortunately attached to my steering wheel. So we went out. So I was talking to Richard Ojeda today, and him and I are going to be working on a project. So he's part owner in this company. You know, he's one of the founding members of this company and doing really, really well. And I've known Richard for, probably since 1993. It was when we first met at West Virginia State College. And Richard and I both served in the Army. I was still enlisted, and I remained enlisted until 2002 when I finally became an officer. But we actually were in the ROTC program together, and was at West Virginia State College at the time. It's West Virginia State University now. So, and I had just come back from Desert Storm, and he was on a Green to Gold scholarship. And but anyways, it was really good to hear from my friend and talk to him, and to get that offer today to work with him. You know, those are all blessings, you know, especially when you can do something that you're really passionate about, like what we're doing with Digging History, you know, which is why I'm making these videos. You know, I made a bunch of videos today on how to change out search coils on your metal detector. We're gonna do videos on how to set your metal detector up. And I ran into a couple of guys today while I was out there searching. That's like, hey man, I got a metal detector, but I don't know how to use that thing. So we're going to get together, we're going to bring them in, and we're going to go over how to use your metal detector that you've got in your closet. Get it out, get together, get some batteries, and I'll show you how to use that thing, and be happy to do that. And that's anybody, whether you're a veteran or not veteran. You know, obviously we do a lot with veterans, but you don't have to be a veteran for me to help you, because that's just who I am, and that's what we do. I did a video on post-traumatic stress disorder today, and gave you a little bit of information about my life and why that metal detecting has really changed my life and really helped me a lot. Same thing with farming. You know, we did a Veterans to Agriculture program through my Raising Cane Farms ministry. I started that actually actually started the farm in 2007 when I bought my property, but officially kicked it off in 2009 when I retired out of the Army. So, you know, I got to work on a lot of these projects for a long time, but bringing veterans out, showing them that there is a reason to continue on with your life. You know, I'm tired, man. I mean, I am really freaking tired. And I got to go back and do 2.5 hours worth of homework tonight, but before I go to bed. And, you know, it's Saturday night, and my wife and I, we usually sit down, we watch a movie. So we stay up late, you know. And but I'm looking forward to that. You know, you look forward to going home. You're tired, you've done some things, you've accomplished some things, been outside. I walked just under 21 miles today. So you can get a little app to put on your phone to track how much you're walking. I would encourage you to do that, because that exercise is good for us. Veterans, we got to try to stay as healthy as we can. Now, I'm 51, I'll be 52 in January, and I know I'm getting old, you know, and but I had sat around, and PTSD and anxiety and stuff. I mean, I had blown up to over 200 and almost 250, 54, 55 pounds. I can't remember. It was just unbelievable, ungodly, you know, amount of weight. Just really fat and unhealthy. You know, cholesterol was up. You know, you're borderline diabetic and all these things. So if you're watching this video and you're in that position now, understand that I was there this time last year. You know, and then I went to a program through American University, and I learned how to take care of my body. Now, I was how to eat properly. And the key is reducing glutamates. And I'm telling you, what are glutamates? Those are inflammatories. You know, there's a lot of food additives that cause you to have inflammatories. Inflammation in your body. Inflammation kills you. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So while you want to reach and grab that Big Mac and French fries and pizza and all this other stuff, it's okay to eat that once in a while, once in a great while. But if you're going to get out here metal detected, moving around as much as we move around to find the good stuff, you need to think about your diet. You need to think about what you're packing in that bag every day when you go out into the woods. You know, sunscreen, and you know, I battled a little bit of melanoma, pre-stage skin cancer on my forehead, and obviously from when I was in multiple tours in the Middle East, you know, I didn't wear sunscreen, and you know, God, I was in the sun all the time, and you know, I think the treatment was worse than anything else, but I went through those things. And so I learned from that. I learned, wear sunscreen, take your vitamins, drink lots of water, bring some fruit with you. You know, pack a bag. I got a backpack that I wear, and I packed that backpack. And you know, amazingly, that backpack is also helping to build up your upper body strength, you know, so as you're out there walking around. And don't let anybody tell you that you're too old to do this or too young to do this. That's baloney. I know guys that are 80 some years old that are out there detecting, and they're moving around, and they are in good shape. My friend Woody Williams, who is you know, way up in, you know, he's way beyond the age of 90. I'm not going to tell you exactly how old he is, but he was he received his Medal of Honor on Iwo Jima in 1945. And Woody still has a very firm handshake, is very, very healthy. And it's because he takes care of his body. He continues to move. He finds purpose in what he's doing. And that is the key to life. So I talked about PTSD today. Did a little bit of a video, and you can find it on my YouTube. Please go to Digging History with Gun Truck LT. Gun Truck LT, obviously, is was the name I was given over in Iraq. I was on gun trucks and I was an LT. I'm sure other people had other interesting names for me, but we won't mention that. But the fortunate thing is the majority of the soldiers that I led in combat and not in combat still call me, or we're on Facebook together, or we get Christmas cards, or, you know, we still communicate. And we're talking dozens and dozens and dozens of people, you know, people that I've known over the years. So I feel very blessed and fortunate. So I talked about PTSD and talked about why metal detecting is so important for those of us with PTSD. Metal detecting, farming, anything where you're getting your hands in the soil and you're out moving around, staying healthy. If you sit around the house feeling sorry for yourself, you're never going to get anywhere. And you know that nobody's going to come to the house and help you. If you call me, and I know where you're at, I'll come and get you. Because I want you to experience this freedom, this life that I'm telling you exists beyond the military, exists beyond real PTSD. You know, some of you folks that have been out with me did 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 combat tours. I know one guy that's did 7 combat tours. 7 years of his life in straight up combat. I'm not talking about sitting on a fob watching stuff go by. I'm talking about out amongst the enemy every stinking time that he was over there. And they deal with this transition problem, you know. And I explained about how there's a genuine mistrust with the government and with the VA, and that's just normal because, you know, trust me, PTSD is a normal response to an abnormal situation. So all of these jackwagons that are out there making videos and trash talking people that are dealing with PTSD, real PTSD, not the stuff that they make up, but real PTSD, the people that are really dealing with it, you know, they fail to realize that. You know, and I have so many people saying, you know, I'm just scared to death to go get help because, you know, I'll get blacklisted, nobody will want to hire me, you know, and I'm telling you, that may or may not happen, okay? Right now, we don't know. We do know that there's a lot of stuff that goes on that would lead you to believe that. But don't let it stop you from going out metal detecting and hanging out with James McCormick and Corbett Perkins. Corbett's the great big tall guy. I'm the short guy. And Corbett, you know, he took control of his life too, man. Corbett was, you know, very heavy. You know, I mean, he was very heavy at a time. And man, he took control of his life. You look at him now, man. The dude is in good shape, and he's a big dude. I'm talking about a big Scottish-looking warrior. I mean, and great person. Great person. He's got tattoos. So what? I have a lot of friends that have tattoos. Tattoos don't make you a bad person. PTSD don't make you crazy either. So all of those people that are saying that, or trying to elude that, or making a political grandstanding garbage about that, contrary to popular belief, people with tattoos and people that with PTSD are neither crazy nor are they automatically bad people. Believe that? You should believe it, because it's the truth. I have a lot of folks, a lot of friends like that. It doesn't mean that, you know, they won't tell you the truth about things that sometimes hurts people's feelings, but I guess the whole gist of this is that we don't judge anybody in digging history. We don't judge nobody. You come out here, you hang with us, and you're our brother or you're our sister. That's it. You want to talk about your service, you talk about your service. You don't want to talk about your service, that's fine. We won't talk about your service. But we will talk about digging, metal detecting, and finding some really cool stuff. And walking, and bringing lots of water. all of those things that we talk about, all of those things that we do that for you. So I had an interesting response, a remark that said, James, finish your sentences. Finish your sentences. So I think a lot. And a lot of folks that, and I take a lot of schooling. I have taken a lot of schooling in my life, both traditional colleges and Christian Bible colleges, that teach me, about life in general. So after coming out of the Army myself and dealing with the PTSD thing, I was looking for something to focus and something to help me. Now, it's difficult for anybody to understand your particular situation. I was in combat. I was wounded 3 times. That's the truth. It's just one of those things, those undisputable facts. But I also dealt with post-traumatic stress, and I also dealt with depression, and I also dealt, with anger, extreme anger, angry. Trust me, after being out for 8 to 10 hours today, it's over 10 hours today. It's over 10 hours. I don't feel like being angry at nobody, not a soul. It's because I genuinely love people. And I do subscribe to the Christian philosophy. I am a Christian. It is not a philosophy, it is the truth to me. I'm actually a follower of Jesus Christ. And when I say that, I do it. I don't just say it. I think there's a level of hypocrisy in the country and in the world today that has allowed people to just be mean to each other for no particular reason. And for that, I say metal detecting and getting out and getting away from that is a great escape. Turn your phone off sometimes. Turn it off. I get calls all the time. Did you know that so-and-so said that about you? And my response is, do you know that I don't care? Now, take a picture of it and send it to me,